Place a 250 cubic centimeter conical flask in an ice bath and add the tert butyl alcohol to this. Sometimes the tert butyl alcohol will be a solid. If this is the case, just warm it under the hot water tap for a few minutes to melt it. Once you've got the liquid tert butyl alcohol in the conical flask, add 20 cubic centimeters of concentrated hydrochloric acid over about 2 minutes. You should use a pipette to do this. Swirl the mixture every so often and let it react for 20 minutes. Once you have that reaction mixture after 20 minutes, you should see a second liquid layer having started to form. If you don't see that liquid layer, then maybe let it sit a little bit longer. Once you got that there and you've let it sit for at least 20 minutes, pour the mixture into a separating funnel, having ensured that the tap is closed first. The tap closed is in the horizontal position. Once you've added that in, put the lid on top of the separating funnel, hold the lid down and invert the separating funnel up to an angle of about 60 degrees. Shake it very gently, or slowly shake it, every so often releasing the pressure by opening the tap and then letting it close again. Once you've done this process 3 to 4 times, put the funnel vertically again, put it in the ring stand and take the lid off. Then let it sit for a while to let the layers separate. Once you've got 2 layers formed and no more formation has happened for a little while, put a beaker under the bottom, open the tap and remove the bottom layer. This bottom layer in this case is the unwanted aqueous layer. Be sure that you keep the top organic layer in the funnel. Now we need to wash it, and we're going to do this twice. First, we'll add 10 cubic centimeters of sodium bicarbonate solution. You might know that as sodium hydrogen carbonate. Add that to the separating funnel and then cap it, invert it, shake it, let it release the pressure, shake it, release the pressure, etc. 3 to 4 more times. And then again, put it back into the proper place, remove the lid and let the 2 layers separate. Once again, remove the lower unwanted aqueous layer. Finally, you need to add 10 cubic centimeters of cold water and then again do the whole inversion, shaking open, shaking open, shaking open process, collecting again the top layer having run off the bottom layer into a clean beaker. This organic layer is now going to be distilled. In order to set up a distillation, it's very much like a reflux, except that the condenser is not going to be vertical, the condenser is going to be at an angle. So this requires that we use the so-called still head, which we use to connect the condenser to the round bottom flask. At the end of the condenser, you clip a collecting tube in place, which will allow your product to drip into a beaker. So turn on the heat and allow the mixture to heat up. The product wanted is the one that should be boiling off between 40 and 45 degrees Celsius.